So I spend a good deal of time thinking about odd stuff.
You know, I just got through watching a video by Tom called Living in an Echo Chamber, and I always like to listen to Tom's videos because he kind of makes me think. But a lot of times when he's talking, I keep thinking, well, you know, Tom, if I was sitting on the other side of that table with you, we could probably have a pretty good discussion. But I think that's one of the things that has occurred with viral videos that has really put us into a different realm as far as interacting with friends or people who we perceive are friends that we have never met. And I'm going to call it a one-dimensional life. And I think what we have done we have created a one-dimensional life for ourselves on YouTube and Vloggerheads. But that's the 21st century. I can remember reading an article a few years back, and it was talking about viral videos. And that's when Real Player was the primary conveyance of videos, and it was really herky-jerky. And the article was talking about the technology was there, but it would have to catch up with the times, which it finally has. So the video, the internet video thing has come of age. I think it's going to go into high definition, which it already has, and I copied a video. It's called Fighter Pilot. You may do a Google search on it. But if you want to see some high definition, you look at that video. It is spectacular, and I have it on my laptop and I use it as a screensaver. But anyway, getting back to what Tom was talking about, I know I have my preferences on people that I associate with and people who I enjoy conversing with over a cup of coffee. But I tell you something that YouTube and Vloggerhead has done to me. It has given me the opportunity to listen to a conversation, and I'm going to continuously call this a one-dimensional association because that's the way I look at it. Because, like, there's Tom. I'm looking at Tom through a little small screen on my laptop, and I've been watching Tom for, I don't know, 2 years. I watch about everything that he puts in a viral video on YouTube and Vloggerheads. So our realm of friends have extended to the world, but it's a one-dimensional world. And if you never really have the opportunity to talk one-on-one to where you can look a man in the eye and either interrupt or wait till he finishes a statement.
What stuff am I talking about?
And, you know, and I'd say, well, okay, Tom, I'm listening to you. And I'm sure that Tom knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lot of times that when I'm talking about something, it would be nice if you had someone that could respond. Now I know you have Stickum, and there's another video site that I found the other day where you can carry on a real-time conversation, but still yet you're a little farther away from a viral video, but you're still having a one-dimensional conversation because you don't have the atmosphere of, okay, there's Tom sitting out there on his back porch. I'd say it's your back porch, Tom, and I can see a lot of forest in the background, and that could be, when I look at the the foliage, that could be my backyard because it looks basically the same. So while we were having our conversation, if I was sitting there at the table with Tom, we may be interrupted by airplanes, which Tom was interrupted by an airplane. Evidently he lives fairly close to the airport somewhere where planes are coming in for landing, and they would be at low altitude, where at my house they would be at high altitude because I'm not near an airport. So when you get out of the one-dimensional, and then Tom and I could probably become friends, and we may not. Tom and I could probably get together, have a conversation, and never want to meet again to have a conversation. And then our conversations may be so intense and so entertaining that we would want to get together and talk again. But in lieu of that, I can sit here in my room on a mountaintop between North Carolina and Tennessee and talk to and listen to Tom, who before Vloggerheads and YouTube, I would never had an opportunity to really get to know. So we're living in a one-dimensional world now, and I think the danger of this one-dimensional world is we all have retreated to our computer room, and we've become completely addicted in listening and talking without having a conversation. But that's just my thoughts, and it makes it a lot easier to stay in your computer room. I believe it's Tim. I think it's Tim. He did, I mean, I laugh at Tim. I know when some of the drama was going on, Tim did a video where he had a bowl or something over his head. He was, I mean, to me that's funny. And you listen to Tim talk, and there's a lot of wisdom coming out of Tim. Tim, I hope I have your name correct. And he's not the only one. There's others. I mean, you could literally sit in your computer room for 24 hours and see all this good stuff and listen to all this wisdom, but it's all one-dimensional. And after a while, it kind of becomes a little bit frustrating. Excuse me, I've got a bad cold. A summer cold is pretty bad to have, but it's a one-dimensional thing, and it's addictive, and we have confined ourselves to our computer rooms. Now, I know Tom is out doing other things because he's still in the game, but I spend entirely too much time indoors. But how do you get away from it? That's the question. So I'll continue to listen to Tom.
An echo chamber.
Yes, it's an echo chamber, Tom, a one-dimensional echo chamber. Well, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.